Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today, as you guys can see, we're doing a room tour video. So of course, if you guys are new, recently we just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is really great. It's awesome. It's really cool. I'm very happy that we hit 1,000. I'm still deeply moved by it, and of course I can't wait for the future of the channel and everything. Of course, Kung Fu Panda is still in the making. You guys might actually get a tease in this video. Who knows? Maybe I'll be nice or something. I don't know though. But anyway, of course, I'm doing a room tour video. I've been thinking about doing it for a really long time. Really long time, probably around 4 years, which is as long as this YouTube channel has been on here. And this is mostly the channel and the room that has filmed for all my videos ever since the MODOK video, which I changed rooms a little bit. It's still the same house. We're not doing a house tour. It's just a room tour, so you guys aren't going to be able to see through that way, which I'll show you guys in a minute at the door. But of course, yeah, I've been thinking about doing a room tour for a really long time. Once again, this is the same room that's been for the Daily Bugle, Avengers Tower, Spectacular Spider-Man, all that cool stuff. Mostly when my videos started to get really high production, which my other room was much smaller. This is much bigger and really cool and awesome. I mean, it's just, it's so cool. Anyway, of course, I'm gonna get behind the camera and yeah, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna stop wasting your guys' time. And because I don't even know how long this video might be. It might be 20 minutes, might be 30 minutes, might be 10 minutes, I don't know. But yeah, let's get started, so yeah. All right, we're behind the camera now. Of course, you guys can't see me, but you guys can actually see me right there, yes. Hello, it's Amir. It's really cool, it's actually Sea Turtle. I think it's been behind a couple of my videos before, but you can kind of get a glimpse at everything we're gonna look at today. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, first thing is right here. This is actually the thing I just used to film for. This is not what I use for my videos. I actually use this. I think it's a tripod. I think it is. That's an air freshener thing that collects dust and everything, but that's a lame. We're not looking at that. But this is actually a thing that, of course, it's a big giant tripod basically. So for the Avengers Tower review, I use this to film. I don't use this as much because look at it, it's really big. I work at a desk and everything's so small and Legos are small, so I'm not really working with anything big. But if I'm working with something big, I'm using this thing. And it's really cool, it's awesome. You can adjust the legs. This is the tallest it gets. I don't really want to use that much, but it's a tripod. You guys have seen this before. Of course, we're done looking at the tripod. This thing's kind of getting boring, but there's 2 doors right here, okay? There's 2 doors. There's one door that goes on the outside into the opening of the future and everything. I'm kidding, it just goes into my house. We're not looking at that right now, but this door doesn't go out there. It actually goes to a bathroom. Yes, I have a bathroom in my room. It's really awesome, it's really cool. Anyway, we're not going in there. You guys don't really want to see bathrooms and stuff like that. It's like all my toothpaste and everything. I don't think you guys want to see that. That's boring. You guys want to see this, which is like really cool. Anyway, getting started over here, this is probably the coolest part and most nostalgic part right off the bat, okay? This is actually the first, like basically my first studio. Of course, this is the couch that I used for my very first video and all of my old videos, the advent calendar, everything basically in the year 2019. I didn't have a desk. I mean, I did have a desk, but I didn't really use it. And you guys will definitely know about it, all right? There's pillows here, obviously, but if I just do this, I think you guys will definitely get the vibe of the very old videos. Of course, the blanket wasn't here. It was actually this underneath, which this is the very couch that I use in my old videos. It's super funny. It's really funny, actually. It's kind of cool, and it's really nostalgic. There is some stuff right here, some like random pets and stuff like that, just some random stuff to add to it. Pandas, of course, for Kung Fu Panda. But yeah, this is just really cool. This is like where all the old videos were, the really squeaky voice and everything like that. It's just really cool. I do have some stories actually for like some of the stuff, like there's a hole right here that is actually because a marker exploded on here and actually damaged this. And if you see in my very old videos, if you're really looking hard, you'll definitely find this. I tried to not have it in the videos. It's kind of weird, but I had to actually, instead of my parents knowing about it, I just decided to cut it off. And it ruined it, and obviously Sharpie ruined it. And we'll get to my Sharpie collection later, but yeah, it's pretty funny. But anyway, looking behind here, this is the case for the tripod that you guys just saw. This is a box full of Disney Infinity because, well, these things were really cool, man. I mean, the game was awesome. I wasn't really into that whole thing, but so yeah, this is all the Disney Infinity stuff. I've been too lazy to throw this out because it's just really cool. And it's really awesome, man, but yeah, probably gonna throw this out soon, but it's still really cool, man. It's really awesome. There's that. Won't even close now. Thank you very much. Of course, there's paper back here. It's really awesome. We'll take a look actually what that's used for. We have a Looney Tunes Lego set. This is the actual only set in my whole basically room that has never been opened before. Why? I just have no room for it. I'm sorry, okay? So yeah, let's go to the desk now. Let's move over to the desk, okay? There's a lot of familiar stuff here. Mostly on the channel, I'm a Lego customizer, okay? That's like basically my job. Not really my job, but my passion. So I don't really keep Lego sets around because obviously room, I don't have a big, humongous room like those, like Lego MGF and everything like that. So I don't have a huge room. So I do destroy some Lego sets to use them for parts to build Galactus or freaking Falcor and all this fun, cool mock stuff that I do. I break down Lego sets and just basically do that. So yes, there's going to be a lot of bins of basically just plain Legos and everything. So yeah, I don't have that much room. So a lot of the stuff around here is going to be partially new. None of the old stuff, but I will mention some old stuff too. So just to keep that in mind. But that's mostly what everybody does with Legos. They don't really have time for everything, you know what I mean? So of course, having that in mind, here's the desk. This is kind of mostly what I do on my stuff. Of course, we have this, which this holds my microphone, which, well, you guys are actually seeing my microphone right now. Well, you can hear me. But these were in my very recent videos, I think back in last year. But these are them. They have these little foam things in here. I don't really feel like taking it out one-handedly. It's going to be kind of hard and everything. I guess I might actually put my stand down right here, but of course, we do have some fun stuff here. Piggy bank, really awesome. Wallet, cool. Anyway, we also have containers. These, I don't really use these anymore, but they're all my minifigure heads. And then all of my minifigure arms, which is really cool. And those are really awesome and cool. I just dropped a bunch of stuff, but yeah, that's that. Brick separators. When you're huge Lego, basically, you buy a lot of Legos, you're going to have a couple thousand of these hanging around. I think I have like these in bins and stuff like that, but I decided to start a collection of all of them. So it's really cool. Back behind here, this is the only way I was able to display this because of just how long it is. This is the Green Hill Zone. This is so recent. I've like done this review like a week ago, probably like 4 weeks ago, back in February. It's still really cool. It's by my computer setup. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but it's really awesome, really cool. I love this set. I think it's really cool and everything. Of course, a light. Wow, so special. Anyway, before we move over here, of course, I also have a TV remote, which, why do I have a random TV remote? Well, because I have a TV in my room. I don't really use it that much anymore. I do use it sometimes when I get sick. Of course, I watch stuff just like all of you guys. And of course, it's really cool. Over here, we'll take a look more at this section in a minute, but I used to have my Xbox right here, and I used to play video games right here, which was really awesome, man. It's really cool. It's really big, as you guys can see, and all of the white things right there, they go all the way down, and they're all the wires and everything, so that's what that is. But yeah, moving over here, we have my computer. These are where I did all of my Lego leaks way back when. I don't really do Lego leaks anymore because obviously you get taken down. I don't really want to get taken down, so there's that. However, what's on top of it is where I keep my clay. Yes, this is where I keep all my Procreate for all my figures before they're made. So, like, here's an example. Here is the old Shen right here. He was originally gray. I painted him, so this is the stuff that I use to make that happen. I use it and put it here because I don't really use my computer that much anymore. I mean, I use it sometimes, but I don't have time for it. But of course you do get gray and white. Obviously, as you guys can see, I'm running out because I've been working on Kung Fu Panda and everything like that. So I don't really have time for it, but it's still really cool, really awesome. And this is my computer I use. Of course, here's the mascot. I think I obviously used him in a recent thumbnail, so he's been on my table. He's really cool. This is actually a separate GoPro stand that always missing a leg, which is very hilarious. But this is the one I'm using right now, my tripod and everything. Back then, I didn't have this thing. I had like a weird 3D printed phone stand and everything. It was just really weird. Here's a mouse, back computer, so you can have 2 monitors, which is really cool. Right here, if we're going this way, we have Galactus. Pretty recent, like I said, we have the MODOK army over here, as well as Man-Thing way in the back. As well as, these are actually this is kind of a spoiler, but not really. Like I said, all my Kung Fu Panda figures are gonna be brand spanking new, so most of the figures from the original are in this tray, like Shen and everything. Trust me, I've been working on these figures for a while, so I haven't, like, none of these are gonna be used in the new video. They're all brand new, like I said. And then we also have this thing where I keep minifigure hands and just random Lego parts, because you have a lot of that. Anyway, there is Ironheart, pretty cool. But moving over here and back there, we'll kind of not really look at that, but this is in my very old videos. I used to use a lot of 3D printers, mostly for my Mandalorian and some other stuff you'll see around here that's 3D printed, but this is my 3D printer. Haven't used it in a very long time. However, it looks really cool. I should use it, but if you guys actually want to know how it works, I'm not really a 3D printer expert, but of course, this is the nozzle right here. This is the stuff you use to type in, and also you have to have files to do that. And then you have a round piece of plastic that usually hangs up from up here, and of course just dispenses down here, and that's where this is as well. And then you cut it and you use like really cool stuff. Of course, I'm not Input Bricks or Lego Machine X or anything where I'm very cool at making 3D models and printing them. Usually for me, it's easier to sculpt them, so that's why I got into sculpting, kind of ditched the 3D printer. Back there is a 3D printing pen. So yes, I'm a big 3D printer. I don't use them that much though, but it's still really cool. There's like a little magnet thing back here as well. It's really cool, man. It's just like magnets though, so it's like a thing I got for Christmas. I think I actually showed this off, but yeah, it's magnets. It's pretty cool. Anyway, moving on from that, there's a better look at all of the figures. These are some like random figures I have on my desk. Now moving over here, come to this. This is my setup and everything. Of course, I actually changed positions. This is my chair. It's really cool. It's an awesome chair. It's where I sit for most of my videos. I don't remember which ones, but it's my chair. It's really cool. Anyway, of course, here's the setup right here. I kind of have changed it for a while. Remember how I said the piece of paper way back when? Way back when we were over here? Well, right here is one of the sheets of piece of paper, and the reason why I use it now is because I've sculpted so much, I've actually kind of damaged the table, which kind of sucks. It's really sucky, but I use this now, clean white, so mostly not on, mostly I'm not going to have this on all the time. I'm probably going to put it in the corner over there, but of course, yeah, this is kind of where it all happens. This is the sig fig right here that I use for most of my videos nowadays. The Spooky Spider one you'll see later. You'll see all my customs in like a couple minutes, but this is mostly kind of where the magic happens. Here are all the toothpicks and everything. There is the painting stuff. We'll get to that in a minute, but just kind of a whole YouTube thing. If you ever want to start a YouTube channel that's very high production, and it took me a while to actually get here, is you need lighting. As you guys can see, this section is really bright. When we move out of here, it's not really bright. It's bright, but it's not YouTube quality. This is. So mostly the whole goal is just moving back is getting as much light on here as possible so you guys can see everything. So over the years, I've changed my light systems. Usually I had one in the corner over here and here and here. I would have 3 lights just beaming on here as well as that. That's been here since day 1 in here. But I've, of course, gotten some from Christmas and from friends and everything. So, of course, this is the coolest one. I think I showed this off in a Christmas haul, but this is actually a magnifying glass. So if you go over here, you can actually see specific details, which I have used for the actual Kung Fu Panda because I'm working with very small figures. But yeah, that's what this is. It's really cool. It's really awesome. You turn it on and off. This one is a new addition. It kind of actually looks like the Pixar light, which is it's pretty funny. But of course, this one kind of changes tones by just pressing here. Actually charges your phone as well, which I use my phone to film everything, just makes everything easier. Of course, I have some paints out here and everything. I actually got some figures here, which since I actually made a video recently, once again, of the 1,000, I do have my Joker here, which he looks really awesome, man. He looks really cool. I've had him since day 1. He's so cool, man. But yeah. Of course, also, the ring light can change just like all these things, but moving kind of this out of the way and moving over here, I have this bin. This is mostly where I put my mic when I'm done kind of filming. I just put it right here. And then right here, I have all of my kind of Lego hair pieces. It's turned into like some mess, but it's kind of, you'll notice a pattern between all that stuff, but it's really cool. Now over here, this is actually my painting palette. So I use paper plates. So I go through one and then I get another one. Now those are what the toothpicks are for because I paint with toothpicks as well as paintbrushes. We'll take a look at some of the paintbrushes and all the materials I use later, but this is mostly what I do. As you can see, there's actually some fresh red paint here. Ooh, who knows? Maybe for Kung Fu Panda. I don't know, but you also do have this base thing right here that I've, of course, painted on and everything. And these, you always have, when you're a painter, you always have a trash torso and a trash head. I don't know where my trash head is, but you mostly have those when you're painting and sculpting and everything, so you can have like a base. So it's really cool. See, I'm kind of moving my light out of the way. We do have some paints. I use acrylic paint. I've always used acrylic paint. We'll take a look at my paint section. These are the big ones, so the big boys always stay out. But right here, we have some of my tools. This is where some of the tools are in here. I've mostly put them in here. So these are some of my paint brushes, mostly the ones I use most of the time. Of course, that's where I put all of them and everything. Of course, I have some sandpaper, some scissors, really cool. Just some stuff that you always need for customizing, as well as this is the big one. This is not really used anymore. It's been all scratched and stuff, but this is my Sharpie collection. Yes, you guys never saw this because I never showed my Sharpie side on YouTube, but way back when, I used to do a lot of Sharpie customs. That's mostly where I use these now. Like everybody else when they started, they used Sharpies because Sharpies, man, these were awesome. These are like the value packs. I mean, look at this, man. This back in the day went so hard, man. This and where's silver? Silver has to be in here. Where's silver? I think it's in here somewhere. But silver and bronze went so hard back in the day. Nowadays, I just use paint. But Sharpies were cool. I loved Sharpies. I thought they were awesome. They were very easy. The skinny ones also went so hard as well when you were doing those little tiny designs. But mostly, the big thing about it was it'd rub off over time. Paint does the same thing, just much more durable than, of course, that. So that's where all that goes, and that's mostly kind of it for the table. It's really cool. Anyway, also have a minifigure stand over here. This was actually used in a video. I think this was after Marvel Collections. It was called Scrapped Parts. This is where I put all of my scrapped parts of figures. So if I pull stuff out, this is the old Beavis and Butthead. And then we have some old stuff in here, some knockoffs and stuff like that. And some Kung Fu Panda leaks. Forgot to say this, but yes, there's some Kung Fu Panda stuff in here as well. I'm just going to let you guys have a glimpse of that. Yes, there's some really old stuff. Yes, this was an old Kung Fu Panda figure. Can you guess who it is? It's trash, so I'm not really feel bad about spoiling it because the figure looks way better. Here's another trash torso figure. Anyway. That's my desk. It's my main desk. Yeah, of course, before going down here, I forgot to mention the wall. I have a lot of wall stuff. So, of course, right here, I think I'll actually get it off the wall real quick. This is a thing that I got I don't think it was a long time ago. It was a while ago though. This is a Spider-Man little 3D art, which if you guys can see that, looks really cool. And I'm a Spider-Man fan, so obviously I had to buy that. It looks kind of weird though, just like sitting there. Just looks kind of weird, but there's that. Looks awesome. Now these are actually diplomas that I got. So these are diplomas. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Going over here, we have Avengers, like the Avengers poster right here. This is like one of my most, I've had this poster forever. And it feels like forever, so there it is. There's Daily Bugle. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but there it is. Now, going back over here, we have this is a martial arts place that I took, and the medal is actually over there. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but yeah, of course, it's really cool. If you want to read that, you can, but above that is actually one of the certificates that you always got in elementary school for being a good boy. So, of course, I got one, which was really cool. There's actually little me, way back when. I totally haven't changed at all since then, but still really cool. Anyway, now we're gonna go down on the ground, which is really cool. So yeah, let's get down there. So, going below my desk, it gets really dark down here, but going below my desk, right here, is a bunch of plugs. You wanna know what those plugs do? Well, they plug into stuff, obviously. So here is my Dremel. And Dremel you use a lot when you're painting and sculpting and everything because, well, it's very useful. And it sands really well. Really cool. Shouldn't have done that, but yeah. Really useful, very useful. Yeah, of course, the amount of dust and everything, this is all like this Lego plastic and everything. It has like 2 modes on it, it's really cool. I've used this for a lot of stuff, okay? This is mostly for smoothing sculpts and just sanding sculpts, just super useful, just really useful. You should get yourself a Dremel and everything like that. Now coming down here, gets a little bit messier. I have a Lego bin. I also have a Lego bin right here and a Lego bin just filled with miscellaneous Lego pieces. But I am going to do a little bit of sorting so we can actually get into some stuff. All right, so we're going to look at these 2 bins. These are just like miscellaneous Lego stuff, like Lego stuff's in here, Lego stuff's in there, Lego stuff's in here. These are just for parts that I use most of the time, and there's just a big giant Lego container we'll look at later. But these are my most proud possessions. So this is kind of where I put all of my painting and everything in here. So these are all my paintbrushes that I use. I've used some of these. I don't use all of these, but I have that. This is tinfoil. I'll explain what that was for in a minute. I don't really use tinfoil as much anymore, but I also got some random stuff in here. Just some stuff to help me paint and sculpt tiny little things. There's some more paint. I mean, in the future of painting and everything, you really need paint, my guy. Okay, this is some little cutting materials. This is actually for sculpt. I'll actually keep this out so we can put that later with that. But yeah, more paint brushes. Yes, more paint. These are all paints. Everything in here is paints. Some other stuff too, but mostly paints. I mostly got some recent paints like black and red and gold and tan and every color that you can possibly imagine. But yeah, those are paints, and this is a big thing of paint. I'm not going to take this out right now. You guys know what paint looks like. This, more paint. This is more paint. There's more paint in here. This is mostly, this paint went into that paint bin, but yes, a lot of paint. I know, it's a lot of paint, man. Paintbrushes, it's because painting, man, it's stressful, okay? Painting is stressful. I look stressful doing this, but yes, painting is a big thing. Now, what is the tinfoil for? Why did I change the camera? I don't know. What was the tinfoil for? The tinfoil was actually for Book of Life. I was gonna make a big giant thing with the sculpt that I got for Christmas. We'll take a look at that like maybe 20, 30 minutes from now. I don't know. But this was a base. Didn't work out. Anyway, let's continue on with the video. All right, so I guess moving down here. So of course the other bin down here, I actually forgot to film this part. I'm coming back to film this, but we have this bin right here, and this bin is filled with all of the Lego Marvel figures. Okay, these are all of them. Why are they in a bin and not on display? I don't know. I just decided to put them in here. There's Beta Ray Bill. All the Marvel Collection figures are in here. All of the new Marvel sets figures are in here. Everything is in here. It's really cool, really awesome. There are some figures, though, that I decided not to put on there. But yeah, it's really cool. Anyway, let's go on over here. Over here, this is like my book section. It's very awesome and everything. This is where I put all of my instruction manuals. All of them. There's a lot. Okay, there's a lot. I should throw them out, but I mean, sometimes Lego sets you want to rebuild or something. So I don't. So yeah, it's really cool. There's a lot of stuff in here. Mostly just instruction manuals galore. All down here is instruction manuals. All up here is really cool stuff. Of course, you can already see some cool stuff, but way down here, some really personal stuff. This is the Book of Life book. This is what I use. Basically, for all of my Book of Life figures, I went into this book and I've had this book for I think ever since 2014. So I've had it for a really long time. But going down here, this is some really cool stuff. We're not really gonna have time to take a look at this, well, because this is really personal. This is like a 5th grade kind of art book that I made like a really long time ago. And this is a thing my grandpa made of a bunch of really awesome figures. Now, we won't have time to look at this right now. Future, if you would love to see these, leave a like down below. Maybe I'll do a separate video on those, but mostly when I get into personal stuff like I don't know, parent reveal or something. Not really. But yeah, we're not really going to look at those. Going upwards, we have just a bunch of books. Once again, we're not really going to look at these. Random stuff. Here's a harmonica. Anyway, getting back to it. 3D printed Falkor. Lego Falkor. I couldn't actually find another place to put this dude, so I just put him here. It's really cool. If we remove him, there's a secret little gem under here. We have the Never Ending Story necklace. I don't know why, but a really long time ago, I really was obsessed with the movie, so I kind of got it. So it's really awesome. If you guys pause the video, you can see a lot of Easter eggs to books that I have. I don't really read these books anymore. I just have them for kind of display or something. But there's the bottom shelf, but there is way more. If we go up, we have my Daily Bugle display as well as Avengers Tower. But this is kind of where some stuff gets cluttered. We're kind of going to just breeze on through this. We have the custom Venom and Kraven that I put right here because, well, I couldn't find any other place to put them. That was very cool. We'll get to that in a minute, but of course, yeah, it's really awesome, man. Of course, you have the Kraven, which will not stand, which I'm not going to bother. We have Venom, which, of course, has very fat teeth, and I got that from a YouTube comment. Someone's like, hey, dude, do you know Venom's teeth are not that fat? They're much more skinnier. I'm like, no, I didn't. Anyway, it's really cool. Here is some Ghost Rider stuff action right here. Here is the build that everybody begged me to build online because they kept saying, how to build? You didn't build it. You just showed it off. And I'm like, well, I'm so sorry, man. Build it yourself, you master builder. Anyway, of course, we have the Ghost Rider car. This is brand new. This was a couple, I think, months ago still, but we have the mini Avengers Tower. This used to go where the big Avengers Tower go. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But of course, there it is. It's really cool. It's really awesome. I did a set review way back when for this set, as well as the actual Robbie Reyes car and the Ghost Rider mech, which you guys can go check that out on my channel. You can also check out the full-on Daily Bugle set. Yes, I had a live stream. I had a full-on set review for this. This is awesome. There's Funko Pops back there. I don't think you guys care about that, but yeah, the Daily Bugle, man. This thing was like the awesomest thing back in the day. This was so cool. I mean, the live stream for this went so hard. Anyway, going back to this, it's still super cool. I've gotten rid of some stuff. There are some little Easter eggs which I might pull out, but there is the I think the friendly. I don't remember. It's the freaking I don't know, the Spider-Man and Amazing Friends set, I think. But if I remove this front panel and we go on the inside, this is the only time I go on the inside, but I actually, this was for a thumbnail. It's very dusty in here, yes. There's a lot, we're about to get into that. I did clean some stuff, but yes, it's still pretty dusty. But anyway, we have this, and this was used for the Firestar thumbnail that was right after the Across the Spider-Verse set review. Of course, this is Spider-Man back here with his awesome Firestar thing back there. This was just a really awesome little thumbnail that I made for that. And I left it in here. Going up all the way, we will take a look at the 2 figures that I display. So I display all those figures down there because, well, I don't really want to shove JJ in a Lego bin because, well, I don't really want to do that. But, of course, we do have just all this awesome stuff right here and everything like that. And no, I decided not to put these guys in the Lego Marvel bin and everything like that. Here's the Daily Bugle sign and everything like that. I did a whole set review on this, so if you guys want to take a full-on in-depth look, just go look at that. But I really like these 2 on top with Spider-Man and Firestar, which they both look really cool. So that was this shelf right here. Now we're going to move on to this shelf over here. So starting way at the bottom, this will be like the messiest shelf, okay? So there's a lot of miscellaneous stuff just because I put Legos here and everything, but this is the most messiest, and the reason why is this is every single sculpted figure I've ever made. Why are they on the bottom shelf? Why are they not displayed? And the reason why is because I don't have time, okay? I don't have time, everybody. This takes a lot out of me to like sculpt like a lot of stuff, okay? I know I look like I sculpt a lot of things, but I don't know what to do with them in the long run. So I just keep them down here. I mean, it's kind of sucky, but who cares? Anyway, it's really cool. I'll go through some of these figures, not all of them though. Here's Moon Knight. Here's the Moon Knight from Lazy Something. Here is Woody Woodpecker. Here is La Muerte and I think Xibalba. And then we also have Pennywise. We have Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. We have Joaquin from Book of Life as well. We have Beavis from Beavis and Butthead. We have Krampus. We have Popeye. We have like every single figure I've ever made on the channel. We even have this dude that I made way back when in like April, which is really cool. We have Jack Johnson, Maria, just all that stuff. Also, we have is Candlemaker. Pretty cool. Anyway, that's that shelf. It's really cool. We're not going to go beneath it because there's not really anything special. Which, yeah, nothing really special. But, of course, going upwards, we have the new edition. Not really a new edition. I kind of was thinking of planning this out way back when. This is the Sonic display. This is where I'm going to put all my Lego Sonic sets and everything. Here they all look. They look awesome. The Green Hill Zone set is also back there as well. That thing looks great. I mean, it's just super cool, man. It was a really great idea set. I thought it was awesome and everything. So there it is. Really cool. And there's that set. Now, the next shelf is probably one of my favorites, but also most tedious. We have the Spider-Verse shelf. This is the most figures that I've ever put on a shelf, like, period. Other than those, but yeah, this is all the Spider-Verse, okay? And it really it really makes me mad, kind of mad, that the Across the Spider-Verse showcase is probably one of my least favorite videos of all time. There's 2 reasons why. I was sick, and the second reason is it didn't even do that well. It was like 2 hours, an hour and 30 minutes long. I did all of these figures in that one video, made all of these over summer, and like nobody even watched it. I think like 400 people watched it. And it was like Book of Life did even better than that. And it kind of made me a bit mad. But yes, every figure from the Spider-Verse showcase is in here. Every single one, right behind the spider layer, which looks great. We have T-Rex, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Gwen. All of the people are here and they all look great. Moving up onto the next shelf, we have is, of course, the kind of the miscellaneous. This starts the miscellaneous trend. There's only a couple shelves that are dedicated like Spider-Verse and Sonic way back down there. But Of course, this is the Winnie the Pooh, Thor Love and Thunder, and Zurg. This is, of course, the Zurg that did really well last year. I think it was last year, maybe a year or two ago. But this is the Zurg like everybody loved. Like a lot of you guys loved a lot. So I had to keep him, even though the movie was kind of, it was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it was okay. Here's the Winnie the Pooh set. This was like a random set review that I did around Christmas. It was a Christmas set. Really cool, really nice. And of course we got the Thor Love and Thunder thing as well with the 2 goats, and I'm thinking about trashing this set soon, kind of using it for parts, like I said, customizer and everything. But the big thing is this Lego Avengers Tower, which I did a short a couple, I think, weeks ago saying, what am I going to do with this set, which actually did really well. A lot of you guys liked it, probably for my attitude and how tall this thing is. Okay, I'm like 6'3" once again. And this thing on a shelf is like really big. It's like really, okay, my arm, this is actually a really awesome shot. I'm gonna keep this maybe in the future, but yes. It looks awesome, okay? Like, I don't even know, like, if I put my camera up there. Okay, I'm gonna try to actually put my camera up there as high as possible and see actually, man. Like, look how tall this is. This is huge, okay? This was a very huge set, and it looks awesome, okay? It looks really great. It's a really awesome set. There's this shelf, really great. As you guys can see, just once again, did a set review on this. This was actually one of the styles where I used that GoPro stand I'm talking about right there, and it's really cool. Anyway, there's some other miscellaneous stuff on this shelf, like the Hulkbuster and this like cube that I made back here of the Tesseract way long ago, and a bearing from a fidget spinner. Yes, I thought that was cool back then. Actually, it looks like an arc reactor. So there's that shelf. It's been the same since that video, so the shorts. So now we're gonna move on to this shelf. So starting down way at the bottom, this is another kind of one of these setups. This is all my wires, okay? This is where all my chargers and everything is. I have a lot of chargers, yes. Nintendo Switch. I have a speaker. This is like the most goated speaker of all time, okay? Listening to Sky's the Limit in the shower full blast hits so hard, okay? It really does. I don't want to get copyright, so I don't play it, but just, you need to get one of these. Bose, please sponsor me. I'm kidding. But it's super cool. It's really awesome. And above that, we have my Iron Man setup. This setup has kind of been trashed over the years, but it's still really cool. We have a lot of stuff in here. A lot of Marvel Collection figures are in here and stuff like that. We have one of my most popular, I think, Iron Man videos. We have the Hulkbuster, which the Hulkbuster set review did absolutely well. It did great. And then we also have the Sicarian Hulkbuster, as well as the Hydra Stomper and the Iron Monger as well. These are my all upgraded versions that were shown in LEGO Marvel Collections 2. So if you guys want to see those more in depth, go check out that video. Also, big thing right here, big flex. I got the Bricktober pack Iron Man. Yes, I am him. I'm kidding, but it's still really cool. Going above that, we have my nightstand. Yes, this is the only shelf that I permitted myself from putting Legos here, because when you're on your bed, 12 o'clock in the morning, or like 5 o'clock in the morning, and you're reaching over, you're trying to grab something, you don't want to knock any Legos over. So yeah, that's why this shelf is really small, and that's why there's only a couple Legos in here. So glasses case, 2 earbuds, I have 2. One was a long time ago, but they still work, so if this one gets broken or something, I use this one. Watch, really awesome, it's a watch. I'm not going to say what time it is, because then you guys are going to start using some Matrix type stuff. But Toothless, Pandas, Mentos, some stuff, context stuff back here. I don't think you guys want to know about that. My actual name, which some people know, glasses. I actually have 2 glasses. I have my 2 pairs of glasses in here. I have this pair, and then this pair that I wore a long time ago, which is really cool. Anyway, moving above that, we have my Guardians of the Galaxy shelf. This is a really cool shelf, and I put all my Guardians here, and I think it's really cool. We have the Groots and Rocket and Venom back there. We have King Groot, which was in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, like end credit scene. We also have all the Guardians right here, but if you go way back here, there is a Drax, which I think you can barely see, but he's like way back there. I'm not moving anything to do that, so yeah, it's really cool, man. It's a really nice display. The next modular that I have is the Sanctum Sanctorum. I did a set review on this as well. I think I got this for my birthday, which is really cool. There is some stuff that I have like upgraded and have never shown on YouTube before because time and just title, like what should I title this? How to build a better. I didn't really build a better. I just added some cool stuff. So of course I added some of Firestar figures to this, some Firestar updates like the Wanda, some updates with America Chavez and the Star Portal. If you want to know how to build the Star Portal, and not really build it, but just get more in depth, just once again, go check out my Lego Marvel Collections 2. It's a full in-depth video on that. Also, you have Iron Man, Spider-Man, and everything. But the big thing that a lot of you guys are probably looking at is my great, incredible version of Doctor Strange cloak. Yes, I decided to build one on a limb and just decide, why not? I'm displaying it. I'm just going to do it. It looks great. I have Shuma Gorath over here. He's missing an eyebrow. I mean, he's been through some stuff, my guy. And yeah, it looks really cool. Once again, another light. We'll get through a cool setting with that later. But anyway, we have some really awesome, just some Doctor Strange and everything. Really cool. And when you really look at it, you have this, you have Avengers Tower, and you have the Daily Bugle. This is really like the coolest like setup over here, man. Like this is the fun corner. Here's kind of the lame corner, but it's really cool. Anyway, now we're gonna actually move sides. We're gonna go over here. We're now really gonna look at my bed. It's just a bed, guys, okay? We might look at it later, but yeah, we're going to the right side. Really cool. So getting onto this side, we just have just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Once again, this shelf is much more boring than the shelves over there, but this is a room tour, so we're gonna have to look at almost everything. But once again, this is just some boring stuff down here. I have this like cool Black Panther thing that I left in its package because, I mean, the package just looks awesome. They're the Mighty Mugs. So yeah, Stranger Things, Toothless. You got this thing, which actually uses solar panels to actually power, which it's really cool. And then he has like this thing. This was a cool gift that I got and I decided to keep it. But yeah, if we move above, we got more interesting stuff. Of course, first we have the X-Jet from the X-Men 97 set. I did a set review on this like once again a couple weeks ago, which is really cool. Looks awesome. We got a Panda Pool Funko Pop. Really awesome. We got Barb from Stranger Things. This was not the exclusive Comic-Con because there's no back printing. This is my first ever pad printed figure that I ever bought. Really cool because I never bought pad printed. So yeah, it's a really cool figure and you should totally get into pad printed figures. Right here we got the Grogu and Mandalorian thing. I think I did a set review on this way back in 2019, I think when it came out. But yeah, they're really cool. If we remove Grogu, back here we have the James Bond card. We also have Thanos, which has the complete Infinity Gauntlet, which, yes, actually, story with this, Thanos, I was one of the dudes who bought every single Infinity War set to complete the gauntlet before they were completely just in every single Lego set possible. Those advent calendars, man, them I really got pissed off because I like got all that for my birthday. I mean, it was awesome, but yeah, that's a flex right there, okay? Anyway, yeah, unlike some people, they didn't get the Time Stone because they never got the Sanctum back then, but anyway, some old flashbacks, but James Bond car looks really great, really awesome. Just once again, I did a set review on that, I think a couple months ago, but if we look over here, whoa, 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 Thanos. Okay, we'll look at this in a minute, but whoa, man, chill your temper. This is a family show. Jeez. Anyway, of course, we have the Infinity Gauntlet, which, of course, you guys, I think it's awesome. I really think this is like one of my favorite Lego sets of all time because of what I was just showing you a minute ago. But I was really thinking about getting the Stark Gauntlet, or the, I don't know what it's called, but I call it the Stark Gauntlet. I was thinking about buying it just because of how cool this thing looks. There it is. The thing I just removed is actually for the old time viewers. So if you guys have been like with me since day one, This is Mr. Electric, I think. I think his name is. It was from Raising Dion. This was, once again, on this shelf, we'll get into the 3D printed stuff, but this was the first ever and only giant figure that I ever 3D printed. And I remember back then just printing giant figures was like my thing. So this was a really awesome thing. I really wanted to use this for an Eternity custom from Thor Love and Thunder, but I decided not to do that because just this dude is awesome. Like, for some people who walk in my room and they're like, what is that? Only the old time viewers, like from the Raising Dion showcase, will know who that is. So yeah, it's really cool. This is the worst 3D printed version because like his arm like falls off and everything. So he's not really a toy. So yes, it does suck because his arm falls off and just, it was made in like a really crappy way. I'm gonna totally in the future find a way to like be able to make that happen again. So there's that shelf. If we go above, we have something interesting. And we have the No Way Home Final Battle. Yes, this is the only thing on this shelf. Because I wanted to make this a No Way Home thing. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but yeah, this is really cool. Of course, this is all the No Way Home stuff. Once again, I did a full-on set review on this. This is the Sandman and stuff combining, which this looks great and awesome. So there is that. And over here, I actually decided I was going to make a YouTube video on this, but this is actually, so of course, if you buy the Sandman set, you'll have an extra base left over. And I decided to make a little scene of Spider-Man trying to kill Green Goblin. So I decided to put that over here. You also get an extra one of these when you put the Sandman in there, but I decided to make this little stand. If you want me to do kind of a little how to build for this, I will totally do that. But this is a really awesome thing I decided to make on the sideline, and it looks great. So there is the Spider-Man No Way Home set. Up above, we have, once again, just a random miscellaneous thing. This is mostly the non-Lego thing in my room. We have the I think it's 1966 Batmobile, as well as Batman and the Dark Knight that was actually a Comic-Con exclusive back then. So this is a rubber suit that you would be able to take it off and Bruce Wayne would be underneath. It's really cool. Dumb me though, dumb little kid me, ripped the rubber, which, man, this thing probably went for a lot. And I have the box still. I don't know where I put it, but you also have Batman, which I don't know why his hand is down there. Okay, guys, I don't know why it's down there. Okay. Anyway, of course, there he is. It's really cool. I decided to just do that because why not? You got Darth Vader riding in the passenger seat as well. You also have a random Darth Vader right here too. I just have Darth Vader sitting around, but cool Batmobile. Looks great. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but we also have the Batmobile from the Robert Pattinson film, which the Batman is not here right now. He's over there somewhere. I don't know where though. But yeah, I did a set review on this once again. Most of everything you see, I did a set review on, but yeah, right here. This is, once again, old-time viewer, way back when. This is another 3D printed thing I decided to do. This is the 3D printed Batwing that I made. And this thing looked awesome, okay? So you're allowed to put a figure in there, as you guys can see with the studs, and you would be able to fly it around. So once again, when I was starting my YouTube channel, I had that. So most of the 3D printed stuff I keep, obviously, because it's 3D printed. So it's really cool. Anyway, up here, we got a little surprise over here. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But I guess right back here, we have this, which is a little robot I got for Christmas. And I think this, how do you fix this? Yeah, he does this, which is, I think this is from, I don't know. I don't know what Star Wars thing this is from. Leave a comment down below if you know where that's from. But I think it's from Jedi Fallen Order. I don't know though, but Venom helmets, one of the coolest helmets they made by far, okay? One of the best, that and Carnage, but I didn't really feel like picking up the Carnage one. I know this thing might look a bit different than the Lego set, but once again, I'm a customizer, man, and I use pieces to build stuff, so I have ripped a couple black pieces to build stuff, so there's that. Once again, old-time viewer thing right here. This is when I collected knockoffs all the time, and I did knockoff reviews and stuff. I don't do knockoff reviews anymore because eBay stopped selling them and these random ST and everything. So I've totally wanted to pick up those mid-big figs, but I just don't, I can't because it's just, they're weird websites and everything. So way back when, this is when I picked up a chrome version of Silver Surfer, which should he be displayed with Galactus all the way over there? Yes, he should. He totally should. Why did I not display him like that? Well, because I just didn't. Anyway, there he is. Now, behind this, before we get to this over here, we have this little display, which my dad's friend gave me. It's really cool. It's one of those weird things. I actually looked this up. They're like the invincible things or whatever, but they found a Boba Fett, which is really cool. And once again, never had a Boba Fett before. Probably one of my favorite Star Wars figures. But I leave him in here because, well, I don't make Star Wars figures and videos and everything. But once again, I think Star Wars is cool. I think Star Wars died with Mandalorian when I started the channel. But if you guys want me to do Star Wars stuff, leave a comment down below. Now, over here is some really cool things. Now, my friend's grandma gave me this, and this thing looks absolutely awesome. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But we have this giant Funko Pop of Baby Yoda. And when I saw this at GameStop, I legit freaked out. I was like, really? Why wouldn't you buy this? Like, look at this thing. This thing looks awesome. It's like a big giant baby. It's a bobblehead, for Christ's sake. It's a bobblehead. Why wouldn't you buy this? This thing looks awesome. Anyway, I keep it on display over here. This thing looks awesome. I just, like, it looks great, man. Yeah, one of the coolest buys I've ever done. Just, like, look at this thing, man. Just, oh my God, the detail's great and everything. I'm always afraid of the head breaking off, but as you guys can see, there are some little lanyards over here. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but going back to Grogu over here, this is hand-stitched. This was hand-stitched, and this isn't stitched, but oh my God, this thing looks awesome as well. Like, oh my God, this thing is really great. I always put this by Baby Yoda, like always buy him like he's a little Baby Yoda. But the best part is that I had this sombrero laying around. I think, I don't remember what it was from, but all I do is I leave it on there and then just, it's complete, okay? The treasure is complete. Of course, I move him away so you can see the big Funko Pop version, but great. Anyway, we'll take a look at this thing in a minute, but of course I moved it so you guys wouldn't see it, but I think a lot of you guys might know what that is. But if we go over here, and I put a lot of lanyards over here. Yeah, of course, here is some side stuff right here. Now, this is a lot of cool stuff. So right here, I guess we'll take a look at this. This is a martial arts. This is martial arts. This was the White Dragon. And it was a martial arts place I went to for a couple years. And of course, we did look at the certificate over here. But yeah, this is, I got second place. I didn't get first place, so I got silver. But silver is actually one of my favorite colors. So this is really cool. This just looks awesome, like the detail on everything. If you guys know this place, leave a comment down below. The real legends down there. Now these are actually two good things right here. So right here, I guess we'll take a look at the first one. This was a band that my mom and dad went to. I wasn't able to go, but they're actually one of my favorite bands. They're really cool. And just like, look at this, like the design as well just looks great. So I have that here too. The coolest thing is this is a VIP pass for the Jungle Cruise movie that came out a couple weeks ago. My dad was able to go to at the Royal Sonesta, which, if you know where that is, kind of a tease on where I live, but it's really cool. So of course, before we move on down there, one last thing. What is this black thing? This black thing is actually a robot. It's really awesome, okay? It's really cool. And their name is Alexa. The reason why I say that is because they'll hear me. So, yeah, of course, I've had on Alexa for like the past not a couple days, but a couple years. So it can do some really cool stuff like, watch this. Alexa, play Sky is the Limit by Revolution.
Here's Sky is the Limit by Revolution.
Sky is the limit, out of my way, you can't get me down.
Yeah, it's really cool, it does that. Anyway, so almost the final thing, we're almost done with the room tour. I know it's probably been a long video, but I had a lot of stuff to say. But of course, we have basically Lego containers down here. These are just a lot of Lego containers and everything, really cool. And then right here is the most coolest thing ever, everybody. It's a backpack, yes. It's a backpack. It's so cool. Yes, everybody, this is the backpack I wore at school. It's really awesome, okay? It's very sensitive though, but guess what? It's a backpack. It's really cool. Anyway, moving on from that, we have the closet, okay? The closet, the big thing, okay? You guys are thinking something big's happening, something real big. Nothing real big's happening, but of course there's another one of those papers. But we'll open it a little bit, kind of just to get a clean look. And of course, clothes. We're not looking at clothes. There's more clothes down here. We'll take a look at that. Actually, I guess we'll take a look at this first, but we got shoes. No one cares about that, but right here, we actually have some spoilers right here. I cannot open this for you guys. I'm actually gonna turn this down. Jesus, it's bugging me. But turning that down, I'm not going to open this bottom one, but I will open this one. This one's just random action figures right here, as well as this one being just random Legos, just Legos galore. There's Legos everywhere. Once again, I just have a ton of Legos that I use for stuff. So, but yeah, this one right here will not be opened in this video. This is the big thing a lot of you guys have been waiting for the past like 4 months. This right here is Kung Fu Panda. Those are all Kung Fu Panda figures, all in their spots and everything. And if I open this, you guys would be able to get the whole thing spoiled. So once again, be patient. The video's coming. There they are. And you guys probably already really getting a glimpse of a figure already. So there he is. But yeah, the rest of it down there is just clothes. Okay, there's shorts, there's pants, everything. Yeah, I don't think you guys need to see that. But going upwards, we have just some random stuff. We got like this surfer dude thing right here. We also have the pottery thing. This is the thing where I talked about the stuff earlier. Right here, we got some awesome just little stuff. Okay, this is where I put all my stuff that you keep. There's a Santa thing. That's the Santa hat I think I wore maybe for a video or two. But there's that. Going on the other side, this is kind of messy a little bit in here, but we got more of this paper once again. I should actually throw some of this stuff out, but we got a big Lego container down there. Once again, we have a board, which if you know the board and the wheel, that's what that is. But the big mother load, the big thing is the giant Lego container. I used to have like, I think 4 of these. I threw 2 out. This is really miscellaneous. Like there's a lot of stuff. You could see a freaking Minion in here for Christ's sake. But yeah, this is just all the Legos. This is where I get all my big stuff right here. And there it is. That's it. That really is. Oh man, that was it. Well, of course, moving this back. Of course, that was it. That was the room tour. So yeah, that's it everybody. Wow. It was a long video. Really long. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm happy if you guys laughed at my comedy bits in this video. I'm a comedian. I'm kidding, I'm not a comedian, but I hope you guys liked it. Hopefully Revolution doesn't come after me for playing Sky is the Limit. Anyway, why did I pick that song, of course? It's just a good song, man, okay? Talk to my homies. They'll say the same thing. It's just a goated song. Anyway, there are one thing, or 2 things that I didn't mention. One thing is, there's a shield right there. It's really cool. Looks like a display, right? But if you use some parkour and you move up here like this, and you pull it down, you can actually put it on. And it's a wearable shield, which is really cool. I think I wore this for a Halloween costume one time, but actually story behind this. Some guy broke it, so I had to fix it with some Sculpey. And yeah, if you want to see, it's like right there. It's pretty cool, everybody. It's like the little gray. I fixed it so you can barely see it, but it was like on Halloween day, and this one guy, he just like smashed into the shield and like completely broke it, and I was like devastated. So of course, I just decided to just, well, of course, just wear it in ownership of that. And I'm just joking. It's really cool. Anyway, it has this little hook on the top, so, and you have a nail. You can, of course, hang it up. It's really cool. And it looks great. And it hangs up just fine. Hopefully it didn't fall in the middle of the night. But that's it. It's really awesome. There are some other things too. I have some comic books and other stuff underneath. I didn't show that off because I didn't want to show underneath my bed, because those like frames and everything. So that's it for today's video. Hope you guys liked it. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Finally, that video's done. Alexa, turn Dylan's room off.